but, you know, we originally set it up $100,000 for 501c3, $150,000 for community, infrastructure. And so we cut that back, so then the new numbers was 100,000 proposed for community grants, and then 125,000 for infrastructure. My motion was just simply, look, there's a lot of controversy over it, like, you know, do we just get rid of the infrastructure part, because that kind of got in the weeds, got confusing, what's infrastructure, what's capital funding, and that sort of thing. So my motion was to just move it to 125,000 to community development funds for the 501c part, and $100,000 to the infrastructure part, and with the recommendations that we, you know, it's be a suggested minimum amount for the infrastructure part.
Okay. All right, I think that's kind of what I need.
Okay. What? Get her while she's
Chewing. Do you think her statements will be better that way?
Well, no, not really. It'll still be garbled.
Stop it.
I wouldn't say garbage, but I would say
Might want to close the door. Hey, Helen.
Okay, Commissioner, you had questions for Dr. Watts, Dr. Vickers as well, about their presentation relative to their request of Jefferson County. Talk to me a little bit about your concerns. You seem to be concerned, at least partly, about support for other institutions in the area.
Well, what I wanted to be sure of, first of all, is how is the county going to participate in terms of the funding? Where is it going to come from in the budget? I wanted to be very clear that there are already projects, existing projects, that are UAB centered, and we are financially supporting them, which is the reason why I alluded to, i.e. The Healthcare Authority with regard to our Indigent Care Fund, also with the stadium that is in the process of being built. We all know that that is being built with UAB in mind. And then we're talking about now an additional $5 million project, $1 million per year. And I want all institutions, I believe everyone has value. And, you know, to continue down this road, I'm saying it's not that we cannot support UAB. I'm saying let's also look at other universities or institutions that are in our area that equally need support. They may not need it to $1 million, but certainly they need support financially.
Okay. One would argue, as some might have, that what UAB is doing in terms of the health care of people, not just in this area, but beyond, as well as, of course, just a major development that enhances Birmingham and Jefferson County, that's a little different than what other schools might, or are you equating those?
No, here's what I'm saying. There's a lot of money right now that the county is spending with or investing into UAB. And I think the public needs to know that. What I'm also saying is that we can have UAB and continue to support your Jefferson State Community College. College is, because they have more than one campus, which is located, one is in Shelby and the other is in Jefferson. Then we also have Lawson State Community College, Sanford University, Birmingham Southern College. We have other institutions that are right here within the Jefferson County proper. And I want to make sure that if they need us as well, and they do, then they too have access, equal access to funding that we can provide.
One second, make sure I have something else. Commissioner, you seem to find maybe a bit of irony in the commission president having the funding for the Magic City Classic under his committee. Talk to me a little bit about your interest in that.
Well, it wasn't just the Magic City Classic, it's all items that were approved, and of course, the conversation that stemmed from the president was their opposition, meaning Commissioner Ammons as well as the president, in regards to this budget and the budgeting process. And so I just found it very interesting that when you're talking about the Magic City Classic that made national news, including the bond buyer, and that was so much discussion in terms of opposition and why are we doing or financing a game that we've never financed before, that I just found it interesting today that we had unanimous consent, and I look forward to on Thursday for the final passage. You know, I think that the hypocrisy that has surrounded the county supporting a game that generates revenue for us. It is proven, it is documented. The Convention and Visitors Bureau has also said that this game generates more than $22 million to Jefferson County and this region. And so I just wanted to be very clear and on the record. Are you now supporting a game that you have put such a cloud of doubt in terms of this would possibly take us into bankruptcy? I mean, I just wanted to see and have that on the record.
Okay. I think that's got what oh yeah, and you were also.
And any other items that were viewed as port projects, whether it was Unity Breakfast, whether it's Carver Theater, and whether it is any other project that appear to be in nature African-American centered, where we're going to continue on in terms of, you know, it going under the president. I believe that the Finance Committee should handle all finance matters. Economic Development Committee has a tradition of, just as this morning with UAB, when the item came up, it didn't come up under finance, it came under economic development. The Finance Committee approves the budget of $10 million for the Economic Development Committee. However, the item that was before us this morning was presented by the Economic Development Chairman. And all I was asking is, well, why aren't we doing all of it that way? I wouldn't expect any different when you're talking about the sewer. If sewer comes up, that's my committee. I think that I should be the presenter of any item that is to come before us, not to deny it, but to present it.
Okay. You also were adamant about there being some true backing, i.e. finance behind the committee, that you insisted that Commissioner Tyson chair relative to the census. Talk about that, please.
I'm a firm believer that a project is not a project unless it is funded. So if you're talking about census, and right now, if we as a commission say that we are concerned about everyone, boy, woman, girl, man, child, you know, we want you to be counted, then what does that really look like? And I believe whatever we truly say that we support, we need to invest. Right now, there's only a $50,000 investment coming from our Office of Public Information. My question to the president, I wanted to make sure if you're going to ask any commissioner, and in this case would be Commissioner Sheila Tyson, to spearhead a committee that is beyond normal duty to this courthouse, then we want to make sure that she's properly funded so that she can properly get to the public. You don't have a campaign if you don't have funding in place in order to pay for it. And it's real simple, it's nothing hard, but I just wanted to make sure that the president know you already didn't place her on Cooper Green, which falls under her committee. Surely, if you're going to have her to be the face of the county as it relates to the census, then don't put her in a position where she's not properly funded so she can have adequate representation on behalf of the county that can be paid for.
You speak as though she was put there almost to fail.
Well, let me just say this. I believe the job of the pro tem should be to look out for not only the interests of the commission as a body, but the commissioners as a whole. I am concerned when any commissioner, whether it be the president, myself, or anyone, is if you're given a task and the task requires money to be assigned to it, then I believe that we should properly fund it. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up for failure. Anything more?
Nothing?
Oh, and let me also say this. I want to be on the record for this. One of the things that I did say, because Dr. Vickers is a very articulate, very knowledgeable asset to UAB, I want to be on the record as saying I firmly support UAB initiatives. I know that there are other institutions that equally need our support. And just as I said this morning, if I had to take $30 million, my rathers would be that we take the project from Dr. Vickers and President Ray Watts and had invested it into the program that was presented this morning. I think it will be life-changing. I think that they're not only going to save lives, it's going to create some momentum in our area as it relates to cancer research, DNA. It may even help when we talk about releasing or the freedom of someone who may be a convicted felon, and it could be life or death that they're on death row, and all it takes is DNA. And we have it right within our property in Jefferson County. Those kind of researches and so forth that can provide additional support to all citizens, I do support, which is the reason why I said today, I wanted to know, quite frankly, how much is the county on the hook for? I already knew the stadium was $30 million. What were we paying annually? Well, you're talking about $1 million for 30 years. Well, this ask is $1 million for 5 years. So if we had our rathers, would you rather to invest into human capital or a stadium, which you already have one that is very similar in nature, which is Historic Legion Field?
All right. Thank you, ma'am.